The Book of Giants is an ancient religious text left from the Bible due to the common belief of its mythology. However, like the Book of Enoch, many parallels fill out untold wonders. The giants refer to the Nephilim mentioned in Genesis 6:10-14. While the story of Noah and the Great Flood is one of the most influential events in humanity, the Nephilim are the co-rips leading to the Bible's explanation of the Lord's decision to restart life on earth. The themes of cosmic rebellion, hidden knowledge, and divine justice make the Book of Giants one of the most important narratives excluded from the Bible. Fall of angels to Rizq giants, the Watchers, or sons of God, as referenced in Genesis, defied their trust and level of power by mating with mortal women. The result was the birth of a new race of giants who influenced and caused havoc on early civilizations. Forbidden knowledge and angelic secrets, Watchers, were designated for the priceless position of protecting and guiding humanity spiritually. Not soon after, the temptation of their personal desires, whether it became lust, power, or control, was overwhelming enough to lose sight of their promises made to God. While giants roamed and spread havoc physically, the influence of the Watchers and their offspring also led to a spiritual downfall. Advanced skills and technology were learned from this betrayal of forbidden wisdom, giving humans insight into a material world. The Watchers were a group of angels appointed by God to oversee and guide humanity, acting as spiritual guardians and protectors. Their primary duty was to keep watch over the earth and ensure that humanity followed divine principles and laws. They held a prestigious position, being entrusted with the care of humankind on a spiritual level, helping guide people toward a righteous life and protecting them from harm, both physical and spiritual. However, these Watchers soon became tempted by their own personal desires. The idea of succumbing to temptations such as lust, power, and control indicates that the Watchers began prioritizing their selfish interests over their sacred responsibilities. One well-known temptation, as described in the Book of Enoch, was lust, which led many Watchers to mate with human women, violating their divine oath. This act not only betrayed their promises to God, but also introduced corruption into the world. From these unions between Watchers and human women, giants, known as the Nephilim, were born. These beings were often depicted as violent and destructive, physically wreaking havoc across the world. The presence of these giants represented the physical manifestation of the Watchers' fall from grace, with their offspring causing chaos and destruction, further destabilizing the world. Beyond the physical destruction caused by the Nephilim, the influence of the fallen Watchers led to a spiritual downfall among humans. According to some texts, the Watchers taught humanity forbidden knowledge, such as advanced skills in weapon-making, astrology, sorcery, and other forms of technology that humanity wasn't meant to possess at that time. While these skills gave humans insight into the material world and advanced their capabilities, they also diverted attention from spiritual growth and moral guidance. This forbidden wisdom lured humanity deeper into materialism and self-indulgence, leading to widespread corruption and a weakening of their spiritual connection with God. Essentially, the betrayal by the Watchers not only led to the birth of destructive physical beings, the Nephilim, but also to humanity's deeper entanglement with the material world at the expense of their spiritual well-being. The fall of the Watchers, therefore, contributed to a broader spiritual decline where materialism, sin, and worldly pursuits overshadowed spiritual values and divine guidance. The giants' legacy, destruction, and warnings. A remarkable fact from the Book of Giants is the record-keeping of names, crimes, beliefs, and legacy. 3 giants, Ohia, Haya, and Mawe, interestingly share visions of their demise. Although the fact they ruled by fear with violence, cannibalism, and blatant disregard for divine law, very similar to the Book of Enoch, the narrative switches to a rare description of heavenly and hell. Specifically, multiple types of each with insightful or chilling look into the unknown. For this ESPN alone, this book is highly suggested. A major theme with the giants involves their complex consciousness, particularly foreshadowing. Commonly stereotyped in popular culture as dull or absent-minded, the Nephilim were, in fact, wiser than any race in their time. After all, their direct bloodline of the Watchers. The Book of Giants is fascinating and controversial. Until the 20th century, excerpts or generational word of mouth were the only measures of content. With the discovery from the Dead Sea Scrolls, we luckily have the opportunity to examine the writings since its apparent suppression. It quote. Important to note that the Book of Giants is not recognized by nearly any religious denominations. However, regardless of belief, any reader will benefit from the themes and thought-provoking messages throughout. However, the story aligns soundly with the biblical scripture. Not much is known about pre-flood civilization, and the need to wipe out a race of superhuman, half-godlike figures would need something like the magnitude of a catastrophic flood. With ancient archaeological findings to support possible evidence of giants still yet to be fully found, how would this alter our understanding of history? If all the evidence was put right in front of you, would you even believe it?